techniques we learned to make the images go in funny ways. Okay, and as you can see, I've done a quick change, costume change here for this next segment. I get to be the model for the demonstration of how this is going to work. So I'm going to now turn it over to my guest, Josh Hedge, who is going to kind of guide you through this. So go ahead, Josh.
Cool, thank you so much. All right, so we're going to start out using, these are referred to as angel tuners. The reason they're referred to that is they are very, very high vibrational tones. The concept is they bring in the higher energies. So I'm going to use this basically as a sound version of sage to cleanse the area. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start out by grounding you. I'm using two different versions of the Schumann resonance that we discussed earlier. I don't know how well this will pick up on the mic, but it's always worth a try. Basically what we're doing here is this is kind of setting you back to zero, if you will. This is reset. This is where you're supposed to be.
I can certainly hear that.
Yeah, you'll hear it because it's right up to the ear, but yeah, for the microphone, maybe not so much. All right, so next one I'm going to be using is the scale of forks that I was telling you about that are based on the Fibonacci sequence. Each of these are based on a different chakra. What I'm going to be doing is a technique called the crossing the corpus callosum. The idea is that we are connecting both hemispheres of the brain back and forth, and I'll let each one ring out for the microphone for a second so that people at home can get an experience of this as well. Normally I let these ring out a little longer and let you hold on to the resonance longer, but again, we're trying to make examples and move forward here. Now what I'll do next is I'm going to start combining tones. I'll again let each new tone ring out for the microphone, and then this way it's creating basically an analog version of a binaural beat. And if you don't know what those are, when you take two tones of slightly varying frequency, play them in different ears, a third tone is created inside the mind in kind of a wah, 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 wah kind of a beat. And that beat doesn't exist for anyone else but the person hearing it inside their mind. And that beat actually changes the very frequency of the brain. So you can actually adjust the brain waves to a number of different states, theta, delta, you know, whatever kind of a brain state you would like to be in. You can use these for that very purpose. And basically, I move down the scale. We're starting again with the root. We're working our way up to the, or actually the third eye. The crown is the combination of the six. When you combine the six forks together, it creates the solfeggio, or the tone of the crown. So we'll work our way there.
Okay.
An interesting fact about 528 hertz, this is referred to as the miracle frequency. This is the actual frequency used by geneticists when they vibrate DNA at 528. It actually creates DNA self-repair. So this is something they actually use in genetic experiments, and it's a beautiful tone. I mean, it's a feeler. You feel it. This, of course, is our heart chakra next. And again, we're just trying to unite both sides of the brain together for the experience.
And is each chakra at its own frequency?
Yes, every chakra is a different magnetic center, and each magnetic center has its own potential frequency. And, you know, everything from like emotional stresses, environmental stresses, physical stresses upon the body can knock those out of whack and put them well out of alignment. So again, the guitar concept, you know, you beat a guitar around enough, it ain't going to stay in tune. Same with the body. So that's what we're doing. We're tuning up those strings and getting all your magnetics into a perfect alignment so that, you know, you feel that alignment. This, of course, is our throat chakra next. And then lastly is our third eye, and this one is one of my personal favorites. It's powerful. So, high vibration, not sure how well it picks up. And I don't know if you're noticing this at home, but I see the physical reactions in your body. I see your body move from tone to tone, which is just proof positive that there is a physical reaction to sound in the right, proper frequencies of sound. Now we're going to do the same set. Now we're moving down the scale. So we start out again with the third eye. We'll make this quick. And then next is my favorite combo of all my forks. It's using the heart and the third eye together. I'll see if I can make that pick up on the mic. Let's see. But it makes for a... Ooh, I get shivers every time I do it. And now that we've run the scale from the root to the third eye and then from the third eye back down to the root, we're going to do the solfeggio, which is the combination of all six together to create a seventh undertone, or as again it's referred to as the solfeggio. So just one moment. Takes me a second to set this one up. It's a little tricky. Try that one more time. And basically what I'm doing with that particular gesture is just trying to take any remaining energies that are outside of the spectrum that we just placed into the different set of magnetic centers and just kind of peel it from the body. So next up, I'm going to have you lie down, and we're going to be using the same solfeggio set, but this set is actually at a different octave, and this set, as you see, have weights on the ends. And these weights send the vibration back down the tines into the base of the fork, which creates an amazing vibration. So we're actually going to be vibrating different points along the spine, and you're going to love this. So when you're ready, I'll have you lie face down here. Oh, thank you.
You said it on my stomach.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Fix that for you there. All right. So we're starting, so you're aware, at the tip of the tailbone, the coccyx. So be prepared. And again, you're not going to pick up a lot of this sound-wise for the folks at home, but I mean, what he's experiencing right now is that perfect tone actually entering the body through the coccyx, and it actually spreads through the bone throughout the body. I mean, there's some of these that you will feel in pretty much every part of your body when it touches a specific spot of the spine. We'll just work our way down.
What he just said is correct.
Thank you. But these are amazing for pain. To give a good example, I was at a Lakota Good Medicine Festival, and I wasn't having a lot of people coming to my table, and I worked on a Lakota chief, and he came to me the next morning, and he said to me, I have had back pain for 15, 16 years. I woke up this morning for the first time in my life, and my back wasn't hurting. He goes, I don't know what you did, but he told everybody at the festival, and by the end of it, I must have had a line like 30 people long. It was fantastic. Very kind of him. But it's a remarkably relaxing and also pain-relieving experience. And normally in my session, I don't move nearly this fast. I'll use each tone over and over on the same spot. Basically, the concept is to create equilibrium, to bring each of these centers to its proper frequency. So again, this is the quick, what would you call it?
Demo.
Cliff Notes version there. Any descriptions of what you're feeling?
Definitely spreads like throwing a rock in a pond.
Oh, that's a great description. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my average session usually runs, I would say, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on pain levels of a particular patient. So again, this is going to be our speedy version, but it's all good. Yeah, having the third eye chakra opened is one of my favorite experiences, and like I had never, before I discovered these forks, been able to find something quite as quick and effective at doing exactly that. So it's an experience. And I also use a tuning fork that is tuned to 128 hertz, and this is the same frequency as the nerve endings of the body. So what this one is for, I call it the pain tuner. And the concept is we are going to hit different areas of the body where there might be pain with the white noise, if you will, of the nervous system. So it's the proper, perfect base point of your nerve sensation. That way, if you're feeling pain, white noise it, the pain is gone. So, for example, when I was in Peru, I injured myself wonderfully. I tore my knee up real good, and I still needed to climb Machu Picchu. And I just took this one little fork with me, and literally about every 20 or 30 minutes, I stopped, sat on a rock, worked on the knee for a minute, pain would fade, I would keep climbing. And it worked. I mean, this is one of my most used tools. So I'll give you an example here. But yeah, normally, as I said, I will work the pain tuner especially all over the body, just depending on where the pain might be. Amazing for like arthritis pain, back pain, joint pain, basically just about anything. I've noticed that a lot of people who especially get a lot of relief with these are people who have the sciatica nerve damage or nerve pain. These have been fantastic for sciatic work. And let's see here. When you're ready, I'll have you sit back up, and then we'll do some closing work, basically to get you grounded once more.
Okay.
Now, I am also going to let you experience these. I normally use these in my sessions. I didn't get around to it for ours, but this is C and G. Perfect C, perfect G. A pretty phenomenal sensation. Now, in my grounding work, and this is, I think, the most important part, once the chakras are open, they're able to release any kind of, I would say, like off frequency, any negative energy. So once they're open, I go to grounding. And what I use, again, is the Schumann resonance in 2 different octaves. Now, these are actually tuned up, I believe, 39 and 40 steps, so that they're actually physical and audible. But we're going to use this in a few different methods. First, I'm just going to play them. Then I'm going to apply one through a head massager. And yeah, this is everyone's personal favorite, at least everyone I've ever worked on. So. Now again, I'll apply the frequency to the head massager. Yeah, this sends it directly through the scalp, through the skull. It resonates just right down the spine, and you can feel it practically in your fingers and your toes. Yeah. This is what people ask me for again and again, and it's a wonderful and incredibly relaxing experience. And it'll also mess your hair up so you can't be on TV anymore. And again, normally I would work on you a lot longer than that, but again, we're in example mode. So let's see here. I feel like I'm missing something. I will do one last thing, and this is one of the, I think, most important parts of my entire session. I'm going to step around the front of the table here. But these are hematite, and I'll have you hold one in each hand. And basically what I discovered is when you apply the Schumann resonance to a piece of hematite, hematite is the most naturally grounding stone that exists. It's the closest in frequency to the Schumann resonance. When you apply one to the other, they become exponential. So the force of the actual Schumann resonance is huge through hematite. So let me show you this. And I don't know if you can feel that just like going from the top of your head all the way to the bottoms of the feet, just that energy release straight down. And again, you're feeling a grounding, a connecting, a reuniting, if you will, with that force of our birth. I mean, this energy that is all around us, but we separate ourselves from it for some odd reason. I'll do this other one real quick. And as a man who works in psychology, I mean, I thought it was interesting that you were talking about people using these to try to help them to alleviate anxiety and fear. I agree completely. I mean, these bring such relaxation. Even if you're, not getting anything out of it pain-wise, I have never had a person come off of my table and not be just melted with relaxation, which, another great benefit of sound and vibration. So that's the basic rundown. One last thing I'll do for you that I do for all of my patients is I use a couple of different herbal mixtures. This one is local botanicals from Southern Oregon, mixed with a little bit of local moonshine just to help it disperse. And then this is Florida water. It's actually from Peru, so it's Peruvian flowers. And this one's basically to cleanse any remaining negative energies. And this one is to prevent negative energies, so it's kind of like a shield, if you will. And if you think of flowers and their scent, a scent is also a vibration. Yes. And I was blown away to discover that, you can have similar kinds of physical reactions through scent when there are perfect combinations of floral-type scents. So we'll give you first on the top of the head, you might close your eyes. This is our cleansing. And then lastly, use a little dab of the Florida water on the forehead just to prevent any further negative energies in the coming days. You are forgiven. I don't know if you needed that or not, but I feel like everybody can use that.
Everybody can use that. Okay, well, this was what I was afraid of, folks. We were get to a point where I'd have to talk. There's kind of a whole tingle that goes through the tissues here that kind of loses the coordination you need for articulation. And this is similar to what happened when I heard the tones through just headsets. You know, I could really feel that.
Now,
I mean, we call it stone because we have.
You know, that's how I put it to some people who don't want a healing and don't get like the more esoteric fields. I tell them, oh, free head trip. Because seriously, you hear this and you feel it, and you are having, like you said, stoned is a good word for it, but it is a release of so many endorphins. I mean, it feels fantastic.
Very good. Okay, so orient me, please. Okay,
6 minutes.
That works.
You want me to jump in?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're going to do one final experiment. And this is something that I wanted to share with everyone at home. So for folks who are watching this on the internet, on YouTube, or via the live stream right now, you can actually experience this with us, and you can experience a grounding anywhere you are right now. So what we're going to do...
And use your headphones.
Headphones are always awesome. In this particular case, you're going to be using your own resonance creator. You're going to be using your own lungs and your own body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Schumann resonance. I'm going to play it for myself in my ear and also for our doctor here. And we're going to try to match this tone perfectly with our voices, holding a tone. What I'd like you to do, people at home, is the very same. Hear the note that we are matching, match this note, hold this note, and feel the sensation of your body resonating with that very frequency that is around you at all times, but so easy to overlook. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Then we'll try to match it here. And normally when you would hold a note, I mean, you feel obviously a note that you're making out of your chest, but I feel that with the Schumann resonance, when you're holding that, you're feeling it as a body experience, not just a chest experience. So a secondary version of the same experiment, if you're interested, is to then take that note and then raise it up with your own voice 1 octave higher. And so what we're actually going to be doing is creating our own spectral sweep of the entire frequency range of the Schumann resonance from top to bottom, or bottom to top, if you will.
And should we end up having to fade out on our toning here, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank my fantastic crew for putting this all together. Believe me, they did an incredible job to meet my requests in a very quick time. They're great. And let me know if you like what you're seeing. We can do more. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to say about what I'm experiencing, it is really that fuzzing of boundaries between mental, physical, and then the vibrational stuff coming.
Wonderful.
It's amazing. All right.
And again, you're just getting the small tidbit of it. Like I said, normally my sessions are much longer. So
Right.
we're going to do again. We're going to hit that same note, and then once we're all matching it, we're going to raise it 1 octave slowly and work our way through the entire sound spectrum. Here we go. So again, with that, we're trying to sweep the entire frequency spectrum range using that particular tone.
Okay, so we will be back next month I'm not sure if it'll be the third week yet or perhaps the fourth. I will set the time. But if this is of any interest to you, let me know, and we will continue to forge in this direction. So I want to again thank everybody for your help today and getting this together. And if you, I'm sure Josh would be happy if you want to invite him to parties.
I'm happy to go anywhere.
He will go anywhere. He's a very generous man, and he really is in service of the work, and I admire that and appreciate that in him. And as I say, if you want to find this, it's on archive.org. With his permission, I will put it on my YouTube channel, and so it'll be accessible for replaying. So with that, I want to again thank you all for watching, and boy, I'm happy. I promised everybody we'd have fun, and I'm having fun. So, all right. Thank you, and good night.